Hi everyone and welcome. So I'm doing a review today of this new deck, which is the Queen of the Sun Oracle by Stacey Demarco. And this is published by Rockpool Publishing, who kindly sent me this deck, so I'm truly grateful for having received this. This deck will be available to purchase from September 2024 in Australia, the US and the UK. So you're getting a little preview today before it's released. First thing I have to say is the design, which I love. You know, it really pops because we've got the gold writing there, the dark background, and then, you know, this light here that she's holding. Guidance through solar and seasonal energies is what this deck is clearly about. And then obviously the powerful sun on the back really stands out. It includes 44 cards and a guidebook as well. So let's take a look. I also love the way that Rockpool, you know, their attention to detail is there. Let's just say that, you know, it's those extra little touches such as this, you know, the sun design inside the box. Love that. So we'll take a look at the guidebook and the cards in a moment. Oh yeah, I'll just show you. This is draw down the power of the sun. So we'll leave that over there. So let's take a look at the guidebook. As you can see, it's glossy on the cover, colour illustrations within. There's a contents page and it looks like the cards are numbered with the keyword that's on the card and the page number. So quite easy to find the message linked to the cards. There's an introduction. This is quite interesting what Stacey's written here. I won't read it all, but she said, I'm writing this small note to you sitting outside in the sunshine. It's a cold day, but I found a corner of my garden that's sheltered from the wind, which allows me to be comforted by the warmth of the sun. This, it seems, shows the inspiration for the deck. On a recent trip to the very far north, I was at a lovely city at the top of Iceland, and my guide shared how her small town, one that was sheltered by hills and mountains, celebrated the return of the sunlight to their streets. In fact, they had a Sun Street celebration after a season of dark polar night. When the sun finally hit a particular street, the community had a huge celebration called Solaganga Sunday. Everyone would come out to get the sun's rays. If the sun doesn't come out and the weather is cloudy, the celebration is called off. They wait until the sun actually hits the street. So I just love that. Celebrating the sun, yeah, I suppose, especially if you don't have much sun in your country, kind of like here in the UK as well. It's been really grey and cloudy this summer. So yeah, it says there, the sun is joy and the sun is life. Yes, literally, yeah. The sun also contains much magic and illumination. Yeah, I love that. So now, how to use the cards. So she's saying she suggests you dedicate or bless your cards. And there is a ritual on page 10 that she's included here to show how you can do that. And then she said, second, spread the whole deck out on a table or the floor, or better still the earth. Breathe deeply and relax. Allow your gaze to soften and see which cards seem more attractive to you. Which ones jump out at you or call to you in some way. She's also stated there are 3 kinds of cards in the deck. So we've got solar cycle cards, a full cycle from 11 years, cards 1 to 11. Seasonal lunar cards, the 8 wheel of the year cards, 31 to 38. And other solar related cards, including deity and astronomical cards. And it says this deck is designed so you can use all the cards together for your guidance, or just pull from the solar alone, or the solar and seasonal alone, it's up to you. Yeah, so that's quite nice how you could divide it up. There are some card spreads as well, 1 card divination, solar power 3 card draw, 4 element spread, traditional 7 card spread, full solar cycle spread as well. Wow, yeah, that's quite detailed. So yeah, then here's dedication for your cards, as I said. Solar energies with crystals, stones or metals. She said, well, I love to leave my crystals out basking in the silvery moonlight. There are some crystals that thrive under the fiery sun. I find that naturally gold or warm coloured stones like amber and citrine often need a good dose of solar energy to keep them happy. Yeah, and obviously you can use crystals that have been charged to then put on top of your deck, which charges your deck, cleanses them, gives them positive energy as well. So then the cards, I love the sun design there. So here we've got the colour illustration. That's one of the cards there, okay. Now here are the cards, right, so we've got the colour illustration, the number, the title, solar cycle, for example, and purpose. I've just checked with the deck so that I give you obviously the right information, and it seems on the card you get the number, the title, solar cycle, and then the keyword for this one is purpose. And then, for example, number 2, solar cycle 2, action. And you've got a little message there, and then some more thoughts here, messages for you to help in your development or whatever it is you're using the cards for. So they're all the same, as you can see. So we're going to look through the cards in a moment. Let's just skip to the back. There's the picture of the author, Stacey Demarco. And the illustrator is Kinga Britschke, who's a Hungarian artist, and she lives in the United States. Okay, so it's always nice to credit the artist, I think, as well. So there you go, there's the guidebook. Now let's take a look at the cards. I'm not sure if it will show up on camera, but I've just left the cards there for a moment, because as you can see, there's the sun on the back. And you can see, well, I can see this warm glow emanating from the sun. Let's put them up a bit closer. Yeah, they're glossy, so there's a bit of reflection there with my camera, but stars around the sun there, really positive vibe to these cards. As I said, glossy. Yeah, really nice cardstock as per usual for Rockpool, and they've got my favourite gold gilded edges, which obviously matches really nicely with the words on the box. So as you can see, I've just zoomed in, so hopefully you can appreciate and see the detail on the cards. a bit better. So the first one, as you can see, the numbers at the top, and then we've got the title, Solar Cycle 1, and the keyword, purpose. Now I love that because it's like this doorway to your future, your bright future with the sun, you know, your spiritual journey there, and the sun showing hope. So that's a wonderful first card, I think. And then 2, Solar Cycle 2, action. So it's almost like a progression, isn't it? Finding your purpose and then taking action. And the fact that she's climbing a rock cliff, you know, with one hand, is just showing, you know, she can do it, you can do it. So a lot of strength there. Then we've got resilience. Focus. I love that with the candle there above her head, for peace, healing, sort of finding balance. Yeah, just obviously because they're glossy, I hope you can see these clearly. I'm just noticing a bit of reflection. So the next one, desire. So looking at your desires, I guess. Again, like she's looking out the window at her future, her prospects. Wow, that's powerful, isn't it? Accomplishment. This joy coming from her when she accomplishes her goals. Oh. Okay, not a very good idea, Beth, to do that. I'm going to keep that in because, you know, these things happen, don't they? We're only human, after all. Okay, the next one, will. Wow, and she's got a rope tied around her. That's reminding me a bit of the 8 of Swords in Tarot. Because obviously we have the willpower to break out of feeling stuck, which I'm really seeing there. Next one is Solar Cycle 8, contentment. So someone who's older, wiser, at peace, in nature. That's beautiful. Ideas. So having that light, that insight within. It's like she's like alone there, like the hermit. Actually, yeah, it's number 9. Okay, I've just realised that. So yeah, there are some sort of links to the tarot in some of these cards. And then number 10, reformation. So it's like she's in a cocoon there, and then she's going to come out reformed. And a 10 is about completion. So number 11, rest. That's beautiful. In nature there, at peace, white for peace and purity. So here we've got the cover illustration, power, and that really is a powerful image as well, isn't it? Like she's holding the sun there, using the power of the sun. Now, I love it, Aurora, beginnings. Okay, that's really powerful as well. I'm thinking like Aurora Borealis, isn't it? Like the light in the sky there, possibly for that one. This one is Sol Invictus, life. So victory, accomplishments, strength. Next one is recovery. So after some healing, it's like the phoenix rising from the ashes, actually, with that one. A lot of power in that one. Next one is mental health. It looks like a stag by her side, maybe a spirit animal there guiding you. Wow, I love that one. Yeah, it's tricky with the reflection, so I really hope you can see these. I'm just trying to sort of put it in place so you can see it. So she's got sunbeams there around her head. She's holding the sun, and the title is Joy. Fertility, all the flowers. Creation, it's beautiful. Protection, it says Sekhmet. Truth, and she's removing the mask. So being honest with self and others. Weaving, love it, the old spinning wheel. There, it's kind of making me think of the Wheel of Fortune as well, but like weaving your future, possibly. This one's welcome, so this has got an autumnal vibe to it. The leaves, a sign of releasing the old. Synergy, so beautiful partnership. Illumination. Now this one again would link to the Chariot card in Tarot, wouldn't it? With the Emperor riding the two horses there. Yeah, victorious and strong. And this one's wonderful. When I had a quick flick through the deck before recording, this one stood out to me. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of, intuitively, a lot of relief from this one. It says insight. I'm seeing this like someone who's been like a hermit and they're now coming out into the light and they have a lot more insight in terms of the world around them, people's behaviours, your own behaviour, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, it really resonates for me, actually, that one. I see this light shining down on him as well from the divine. Very spiritual energy. Cycles. It's interesting, that's also a bit like the Chariot, isn't it? But this one being cycles could be karmic cycles. So sort of taking action again, but having to repeat a cycle, potentially. Next is wealth. The horse there, symbol of strength and triumph. Beauty. Order, wow, I love that one. The eagle, bird of prey, sign of seeing things from a higher perspective. Vitality. Yeah, and they certainly look very energetic, don't they? It's kind of like the Three of Cups, actually, the three energies there. Gratitude. Preparation. So there's fruit there showing abundance. It's quite an interesting one, isn't it? We've got, I'm seeing that like a pentacle, something new. The apple is a sign of healing and love as well. It's a sign of abundance, I think, for that one. possibility. Hope. And this one says Yule, so yeah, winter vibe to that one. And he's wearing antlers. So the divine masculine energy there coming through within. A renewal. Grace, and it's beautiful with the rabbits there, sign of fertility. Passion, beautiful soul connection there. And the sun in the distance showing hope. I'm getting like a distant connection, possibly coming through there for some. Someone you're not connected to at the moment. Boundaries. The unexpected. Wow, it's like she's on fire. So maybe something that happens that takes you unawares. Anger could signify anger, couldn't it? Or passion. Depends on the way you look at it. Rainbow reflection, love that. Sign of hope and a blessing as well if you see a rainbow. Wow, this is one that I really love. Reciprocity. It's like her dress is merging with the landscape. So a sense of feeling grounded, I guess, there as well. Progression. Now that reminds me of the World card in the tarot deck. It says your year. So ending a chapter. And the last card is the centre, the sun. So the main theme of this deck, obviously. Beautiful. So there you go, that's the cards. What do you all think of the cards? First of all, do you have a favourite? What I'm going to do is something I haven't done before. Just going to pause the camera and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I'm doing something slightly different for this review, and I thought I'd just pick out a few of the cards that really stood out to me. I've got some that I love and one that I sort of didn't like as much. And obviously you could let us know your opinions as well if you wish. This one obviously I've commented on, number 9, the number of the Hermit, and it kind of looks like the Hermit, doesn't it? You know, that light we have within, all of these different ideas around her. So a lot of reflection, inner reflection, and ideas, inspiration, and often that spark of inspiration can come to us when we're meditating, maybe in an insular energy. That often happens to me, actually, so I guess this one resonates. This one, obviously, I commented on as well, but it just stood out to me out of all the cards, because also he's wearing white, sign of purity. It's almost like, as I said, he's been in a cave. I mean, is he coming out of the cave here? With the sky out there? Or is he coming into the cave to find insight, you know? You could see it in different ways, couldn't you? But I was seeing this as someone coming out of a cave, kind of like that one, and they're seeing things very differently. They've risen above the clouds almost with the light shining on him, so from the divine, more connected with his third eye, and gaining a lot of insight as a result from going with him. So I love that one, and obviously I commented on this one as well, but just wanted to sort of comment again, because I just love, really it's illustration, I think, you know, the dress blending in to her environment. So very connected with nature. Seeing signs, I'm seeing this as signs in nature as well, that she sees. And green, obviously the colour of the heart chakra. So maybe healing as well, because nature can be a very healing place. Also 42 breaks down to 6, which is about harmony and balance. Now I think this was the only one that, I'm still looking at it now, and you know, I don't know, it's just something about the image possibly that didn't quite resonate. Mental health. I guess this is a symbol of strength. A stag, I believe. There's what looks like an old wagon behind her. So I suppose because it's old, maybe old beliefs, things from the past that need to be healed. Also she's not, I suppose she's not riding the cart, she's walking. So she's not progressing like the other card we saw that was like the chariot. So yeah, I guess I'm trying to interpret it a bit more now. But this is one that just didn't immediately kind of resonate for me, let's say, in terms of the image and the message. In fact, do you know what? Let's have a look at the message for this card in the book. So this is Baby, don't know if I said that correctly. It says, place emphasis on your own mental health. Establishing boundaries is part of protecting your mental and physical health. Things may not be as you think. Take your time to observe the situation. Seek balance. And there's a little mantra as well that, yeah, seems to be with each card. This one says, I'm safe and loved and will return to balance. Now there's a little message here, it's quite interesting. It says the Sami are the indigenous people of the far northern regions of Sapmi, hope I said that correctly, which stretches across Norway, Finland, Sweden and Russia. Instead of having 4 seasons, the Sami break the year into 8, with some reflecting the long perpetual sunlight or long perpetual nights. The glorious beating heart of Sami culture is the beautiful reindeer. Yeah, sorry, I got that incorrect before saying a stag. Of course, that's a reindeer. And their traditional way of life is nomadic, ensuring that the herd have grazing and food when they need it. The mythos of the Sapmi people vary, but there are some deities and stories that are common to most. Solar goddesses are the key to their survival, with Bavi, a spring goddess who grants fertility to the land, and for the plants to grow, for the reindeer to eat, known to all. So Bavi is the goddess of the sun, spring, plants, prosperity, and most interestingly, perhaps, sorry I can't read today, we could call her a goddess of good mental health. Oh, okay, so that's why. Now it makes sense that we've read the book. The Sami, of course, have part of the year where the sun doesn't rise, or there are days that never get light, beyond what we would experience as dusk. This long dark time was seen as a trigger for certain mental health conditions, including low mood and depression, what modern psychology more recently recognised as seasonal affective disorder, SAD. The Samis have been recognising the serious effects of for millennia. Okay, so that makes more sense now, doesn't it? That was because I hadn't obviously read the book in detail, which I haven't. I've done this as a impromptu review to sort of go through the cards. So yeah, some interesting information there in the book, I would say as well, and that then makes sense now that we know what this one's about. So there you go, there's my review and walkthrough of the deck. As I said, let me know if you wish in the comments what you thought of the cards. I think it's wonderful. Really good one for self-reflection, I would say actually, and maybe just a daily card pull as well. So thank you so much for being here. Watch out for more reviews soon in the future. There'll be some more to come, and I'll see you all very soon.